Hey everybody, today we are going to be reviewing Fat Boyz Barbecue, located in Deerfield Beach, Florida. So this location is in Deerfield Beach. They also have locations in Coral Springs and Fort Lauderdale. This location serves up a whole bunch of other barbecue, but their main staple is pork. We went on a Saturday afternoon. It wasn't too busy. There was probably, I want to say at least 5 or 10 people in the restaurant. It's a very small place, which was really nice because it feels quaint and cute and very close, which is kind of nice instead of a big restaurant, so it's more homey. We looked at the menu and we both decided that we were going to get the pulled pork sandwich. I got jalapeno cornbread with mine, and my boyfriend got French fries with his. We also got 2 fountain drinks. So for 2 pulled pork sandwiches, 1 jalapeno cornbread, 2 drinks, and a small fry, it came to $26.23. With tax, it came to $28.07. We did tip them just because they were very nice. So with what we got, you only get the pulled pork sandwich. You don't get any sides or anything like that. You do get a side if you get the platter, but we just went with the pulled pork sandwich because it was lunchtime. We weren't too hungry. So when the food came out, it smelled really good. The bun was super duper soft and the meat was pretty moist. And the thing about pulled pork for me is I don't like it when there's too much fat. I like mostly meat and not so much fat, and the pork was perfect. There was hardly any fat on there, and the most important part is it wasn't dry either. There's lots of times we all have had pulled pork and the meat is dry. Not so much at this place. It's not the juiciest pork I've ever had. It definitely wasn't dry. So then I move on to my cornbread. The cornbread was so good. One of the better cornbreads I've had. The jalapeno flavor is very mild. It doesn't even burn. There is no spice to it whatsoever. Basically, I think the jalapenos were just used as an ingredient just for flavor. It does taste like jalapenos or peppers, but there's no heat to it. So I think everybody could enjoy that. So as you also can see, I had a couple French fries, and the French fries were so hot. They were definitely fresh right out of the fryer, and there was a little bit of seasoning on there. It's kind of hard to tell what kind of seasoning it was. I know there was parsley on there, a little bit of pepper, but I feel like it was lacking a little bit of salt, but they were nice and hot, which is very nice, and I appreciate how fresh they were. So sitting at the table, there are 4 sauces just sitting there in bottles. One was mesquite, which was actually not in this picture. The other one was traditional Carolina and spicy sauce. So the mesquite tasted like a typical barbecue, very strong smoke flavor, which was okay, but it wasn't my particular favorite, which is why I didn't put it in the shot. Next you have traditional, which is that same kind of basic barbecue sauce. This one's a little bit more sweet. The Carolina is more of a mustard based sauce, which was very good. Highly recommend it. And then the last one, which was our favorite, was the spicy sauce. Now, it's not the kind of spicy that's gonna stick with you for hours. It definitely is the kind of spicy that will warm you up, will leave a nice burn in the back of your throat, but I was putting on globs of it. In fact, you can see me putting on the spicy sauce in this shot right here, and it was so good. I actually did a mixture of all 3. So I put a little bit of traditional Carolina and spicy on the sandwich itself, and then I was just adding spicy as I was going because I wasn't sure how spicy it was going to be. There also was some outside seating. Didn't really want to sit outside. It was very hot that day, but you can see from the inside how cute everything is. It's very small. Also, what I thought was very interesting about this place is their drink machine, their soda machine, are only their own sodas. So they're their own brand of sodas. From left to right, it was birch beer, which is like a root beer. Then they had their own lemonade, strawberry soda, cream soda, fruit punch, and cola. Now, I had the cream soda just because I can't have caffeine. So I had cream soda, and then my boyfriend got the lemonade. The cream soda was so good. I'm very glad that I went with that one. And it honestly, I wish I could buy it in the store. It was that good. So all in all, we were very happy with our meal. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to rate it out of 5. and out of 10. And the reason I'm doing that is for 2 different social media platforms. So every review site, TripAdvisor, Yelp, Google, they're all out of 5. So my out of 5 rating will be based on that. So what would I rate it on that website? Now, 1 out of 10 is more of my personal preference, because I think when it's out of 10, you kind of have more wiggle room with restaurants, either good or bad. So out of 5 on Yelp, I would rate it a 5 out of 5. Out of 10, I would rate it an 8.9 out of 10. Now, the reason I rate it so high on Yelp is because for barbecue places, hands down, probably the best barbecue I've had in South Florida. There's lots of barbecue joints down here. From the sauces to the soda, they're all homemade, and they were all so good. That is why I would rate Fat Boyz Barbecue on Yelp 5 out of 5 stars. Now, the reason I rate it 8.9 on my scale is the fact that the flavors were there. It's a very, very good restaurant. Do I think it's the best barbecue in the state of Florida? No. There wasn't too much smoke on the actual meat itself. But like I said before, the meat was good, but it wasn't like really juicy. The sauces were good. All of that was great. So it deserves a solid 8.9 out of 10, hands down. Would definitely go back, and I highly recommend visiting this location. I can't speak for the other locations, but I know that this location in particular really nailed it, and they should be very proud of themselves. So that is it. That is my review for Fat Boyz Barbecue down in Deerfield Beach, Florida. If you have anywhere that you think I should review, make sure you leave it down in the comments and you leave me a like. I'll see you guys in the next one.